Hey guys, Paul, Inventor 3 here. Wow, it's been about like, what, 3 months since my last video. I'm alive. I'll give you an update, and I want to show you guys the waveforms and the input of my system on the oscilloscope. Real quick though, I think there might be people out there that maybe don't get exactly what I'm doing here. So I'll try to explain that as fast and as simply as I can. Hang on here. Um, okay. Yeah, let me explain this, guys. I'll try to be quick about this. This is my frequency generator. Okay, also referred to as a wave generator or a function generator. Um, I get to control the output voltage. The current is limited by the manufacturer to 100 milliamps. It's 1/10 of an amp. Okay, it's the most it could put out, and I can control the voltage from 0 to 20. Okay, now power is a direct result of voltage times current. So if you take 16 volts times 0.100 amps, 100 milliamps, that would be 1.6 watts. Now, I believe absolutely we're not even putting out that much at all. Okay, but even with 1.6 watts, you would not normally, in any way that I know, be able to light, over 700 LEDs, and they're not that bright right now as I can get them. But anyhow, the point is, I put very little input into the system, and I'm getting a huge amount of power output. In the long run, eventually I could replace these LEDs with a battery or a capacitor, which is what I would prefer, and run it back to the back side of this, and it would be a self-sustained loop. It would power itself and simultaneously still have all these LEDs lit doing work. So what I'm doing is apparently, very little input in, a lot out. That's why I got to do testing yet. This is what has to be proved. Okay, we're talking about, if this is what it appears to be, then we're going to have the answer to unlimited amounts of free energy for everyone in the world. So, yeah, it's nothing small. I've been studying this type of energy for over 20 years, or approximately 20 years now. So it's not like I'm just blowing smoke out my butt. I know what I'm talking about. Alright, so anyhow, yeah, that's what we're talking about. Now, let me show you guys. This is what I have hooked up. This is my frequency generator, 16 volts, set at 1.28 megahertz. Negative end, positive end goes to my primary coil, to the rest of the circuit, and negative end comes out over here. I got my one probe right here, channel 1, hooked up like this, voltage, and this one I got the current probe, I'll call it. It's connected across a 0.1 ohm resistor. This is it here. Okay, you can see my frequency generator comes out positive. There's the positive end of my probe, negative end over there. Negative end of generator. And here's the second probe, goes across that 0.1 ohm resistor. Okay, now, okay, let's look at this. Here's channel 1. I have the probe set 10 times using units of voltage. There's, well, first of all, guys, there's my waves. Here's channel 2. I have set at 1 time, and I have that set up as amps. Let's see, now we can move this wave. You can see how those spikes hit it just right there. Okay, math. Now who knows? Maybe I'm doing something wrong yet. Okay, that's one of the things, guys, I've been doing over this last, I meant to tell you, here's the update. Over the last 3 months, I bought one scope, and after a month and a half, realized that it just did not have the functions I needed to properly check for power. So, scope number 2, here we are. And I'm still, had to learn how to connect the probes into the system and set things properly. And anyhow, so maybe I'm still doing something wrong. Anyhow, what are we looking at? Math. Okay, A times B. So this is our math channel down here. Now here's what we have right now. You could see our voltage, the yellow one, probe 1, 6 1/4 volts. You could see our current, 28 milliamps, and our third wave average approximately. Now see, here's something strange now. It's a negative milliwatts. Now earlier, I had a positive milliwatts in there. I am absolutely positive of that because I've been watching that specifically. Now what changed and how could that be a negative wattage? So that's where we're at now, guys. Okay, I'm trying to figure out and get a consistent reading. That's the other thing. And the output is even trickier than this. As soon as you connect your probes in the system, it really affects the whole system, and it takes me 1 or 2 hours to retune everything with the scope in the system. So things get very tricky. So that's where we're at now. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll be back soon, hopefully with free energy for everybody.